Look at this utility already. Smoke, Molotov, up on engine. Got to be careful in middle as one player's going to be peeking out with Snacks, but Xantara is already removing him from the equation. The VP player starting to rotate towards this A-bomb site. Space Soldiers smoke up towards window. I'll be interested to see what the Molotov's for, but they're already falling back.
Yeah. Over to B they go. Starting this rotation, Taz and Neo already going to be rotating in for VP, but damage starting to be He doesn't look too healthy all of a sudden. He's tagged low. Major picks him off. Taz going to be able to come with the max stab onto Xantaris, who did emerge from drop down. Bomb plant. And come on in as Taz gets beheaded by Paz. And now Pasha left 1v4.
He's not even got a gun as well, Harry. No, obviously just a UI bug, but he's going to be walking in. They've been spotted. He will get the first at least, but here's the footsteps from behind. Paz going to be jumping in. Pasha finds himself a second. This could be doable now suddenly. Not got a kit to play with, but still walking on through. One player behind him, he's caught between two, sandwiched, and he's just spraying away randomly. Won't get the connection. Engine finishes him off.
I love that because it was like a great analogy, you know, for Pasha. For, you know, because Papa's so strong, he just makes like gun fingers at the enemy. He just, you know, fires his hand up and down. You guys can't see what I'm doing, but you know, okay, so put your, I don't know what these fingers are called, Hugo.
Index and middle.
Yeah, put your index and middle finger together and then lift your thumb up, boom, you got a gun. And that's what Pasha was doing, to get rid of the enemy.
Harry, you're creating terrorists out of that. It's dangerous. Again, Space Soldiers buying up here in the second round. We're going to have VP. They like the nade stacks, especially on B on Cobble here. 3 players, all with HEs, lots of pistols as well, but no armor to play with. Space Soldiers already spotted. As Pasha peeks up towards the plateau, won't be able to connect the shot. Space Soldiers taking this one very, very slowly. Don't want to be taken down by the force from VP. But again, they haven't got armor to play with, so Space Soldiers yet to work that one out. It's going to be Snacks to go out early on. Response to this, VP, they're going to keep everyone over on B. Not rotate off just yet. This is the same as what happened in the pistol. They've lost Snacks on A. Last time they rotated onto the A-bomb side, but this time not going to fall for the same fake twice. As they keep everyone inside of B, loading all the rays in one basket. Pasha spots the players over at long. And now the push about to come on in from Space Soldiers. On with the nade. 1 kill comes in at least, but we've still got plenty left for Space Soldiers. They'll start to carry on pushing. Time starts to tick away, but only 2 players on the site. They should be trying to dispatch them. Taz, as I say, that sprays away with 2. Great work with the P250, but Calyx there to trade, and the flank coming in from Engine should seal the deal. It's Space Soldiers to find a second round, but it gets damn close. Considering VP had no armor in that round, just utility and a couple of weapons, they get a hell of a lot of work done. Now it's going to be another eco, but they can, again, put a couple of pistols on the board for VP. Although more expected, we'll be seeing more so a save here from the CT side, so they can allow themselves more utility into that first buy. Something very important on Cobblestone. You want those Molotovs to delay fast pushes, especially towards the drop down and B plateau, which Space Soldiers will surely focus on.
Gonna be running to be here. 3 players for VP in middle. Flash out over a lob. Neo can't find anything. Calyx gonna dispatch Taz, and now the remaining players gonna walk in like lambs to the slaughter. Just submitting themselves to Major and his P250. There you go. Pasha eliminated. Space Soldiers. There you go, 3-0 up.
Yeah, already a good start, but we have the AWP in for Pasha Biceps. This is something that has been a nuisance to Space Soldiers in all of the maps we've seen so far, specifically Mirage. And while VP weren't able to pick it up and secure that 3-0 victory in this series, Pasha definitely went off. If he can bring that same performance into this map as well, this could be something very worrying. Space Soldiers not yet on that rifle. Still 4 AKs, still the map 10 for Engine. He can use that towards a drop down, just burst in, try and get a kill on a player without head armor, that of which there are none. As VP are aware of the possibility that Space Soldiers bring in a bonus round here and keep those SMGs in play. They play it safe on the CT side. Bialy holding on to the drop, and the Molotovs and the smokes are going to start to rain into Space Soldiers.
Pushing on into the site, Pasha. And over by Cooper, this man is no chicken instead. Actually, Xantaris and Calyx to find the first 2. Now Neo's alone in B, and he's going to die alone. There's now Taz and Snacks, the last 2 left. A lot lengthy rotate coming in from Snacks all the way around from behind. Won't be able to get anything done as he's left in a 1v5. Also, Bialy dropping out the server. Probably going to see a pause come in. Actually, the Facey client auto pauses. That's very nice. Didn't know that.
Well, 4 for Space Soldiers, and the fact that they keep this one flawless as well is the most important factor. Starting to build up this money early on this T side, and we did say if there was one factor the Space Soldiers should be good on, it should be this. So already confident, considering the last couple of maps we've seen VP start off with, you know, dominant starts, I think 9-0 on both Cash and Mirage to kick things off before we eventually saw Space Soldiers get themselves on the board. So again, looking back to that, the fact that Space Soldiers even picked up the previous map was impressive, because VP started that off with a huge streak on the CT side. However, this time not being the same case. Bialy's reconnected back into the server. We're going to have Space Soldiers just waiting for that. VP, a single eco before they will be going back into the game. They're going to be readying up now in chat, so we should be going back in. Bialy, a light investment. He can put some money in, knowing the loss bonus will give a bit more credit to VP, and I imagine some of these players will follow as well. Yeah, good, some investments coming through, because they have a hell of a lot of money right now, considering that about 3,400 is going to be coming into their account. They can put some cash into this. They can try and get something done and damage Space Soldiers while they still have a fairly low economy.
So Space Soldiers going to be sending 4 players over towards B. They leave one man in the form of Engine out here in middle to watch for any early aggression. Four players of VP inside the B-bomb site. Engine looking to be the first. Starts his slow peek on it. Spots Neo up on platform. He's going to get dinked away. Down to 22 HP. Be enough to deter them from this B bomb site. Calyx going to be trying to seize control of drop. Throws the smoke in the flash. Zentares over here on A instead. And Snacks is holding up close in mid. Zentares doesn't even have a gun, just strangles him to death up close, and Space Soldiers now executing out into the A bomb site.
Yeah, lucky to not go towards B in that position. Space Soldiers saw 3 players peeking him on the site, so they kind of made the assumption they may as well just rotate. VP likely to keep these players on the site just in case it's a fake, but Space Soldiers take control of A, bomb down, and 2 players left to save for VP. Any damage here would be lovely, but it's unexpected without armor and without real weapons as well. They're just holding for exits, but these T's should not be chasing. They know there are against pistols. And Torres, he chases anyway, and he succeeds. So Pasha, last man standing here in the drop down. Just a few seconds before Space Soldiers eventually find this position and take him down. Calyx is already walking into the drop, and Zentares coming in from the back as well means that even if Pasha gets 1 kill, chances are that Space Soldiers will be able to take this one back, but that doesn't even happen. Calyx closes it out, choking on my words, and Space Soldiers, a flawless round yet again, being very good at these anti-ecos. VP now back on the buy, and with Yorp as well.
And I'm a little bit scared for VP. I think they need to be putting a bit more up. I hope that this round we can see some return to form from them, because I was a little bit scared after Mirage. It seemed like they'd perhaps slow down a little bit there towards the end. And Cobble is no strange map to them. It's not as bleak a picture as perhaps we painted early on. I mean, when you look at the wins they have had on this, as of late, they beat SK on it at ESG Mykonos, and they also beat North on it at the Major. Yeah, 2 very good teams. Space Soldiers in the meantime, anyway, in this round, we're making their way out towards long. Going to be rushing through the smoke that's out, but that might be much to their demise. Calyx able to get 1, but they line up for Pasha. He's going to be in with 2, make it 3, as he throws down the gauntlet out on platform. Engine left in a 1v4. Bialy finishes him off, and Pasha locks it down from within their sight. Rains down death as they waltz out into his sights, and you couldn't ask for much more. A fantastic return to form in that round from VP. And hopefully that is going to be the plow rolling once again.
Exactly what we say when we say Pasha needs to step back up to the performance that he's had so far in this best of 5 series. Brings it out with a collateral. Nothing else you could ask for. Space Soldiers still able to buy, however, and they will be looking to shut this back down with a reset. Full AKs in, set up outside of B early on. With only 3 players here as well, VP might even just go for the risk rotation, just draw Taz over with all the presence, all the nades already been thrown out by Space Soldiers. They push up towards the plateau, but Pasha is there. They've got to be careful. wrapping himself around the angle. The smoke is down. Calyx just on the other side, and Pasha can't spot it. He's found himself into the corner, but now they're going to start to make their presence known. Pasha, he's got to line up a few more again, fully blind, but he hits the first shot and major trades.
Yo, in the cubby hole though, peace out, makes it one. Hide on in there, Bialy, that was a bit awkward. It's him and Neo both fall in the sight. Engine and Zentaris remain. Snax has rotated in with the AWP. Taz is there as well. Oh, there's the nade. Zentaris, goodbye. Gets caught out in the open. Engine has to witness that horrifying death. And now, Engine 1v2. Desperate to try and clutch this out. Keep Space Soldiers looking healthy. Grabs the bomb. Playing around on the stairs. Snax is holding the rotate back out through platform over towards Long. Gonna try and grab the AWP, take the peek. Snax spotted him there, has the idea, but Taz has fallen, and now Engine 1v1 with Snax. Snax holding it down. Engine with 30 seconds to play with here. Holds it over on platform, but Snax knows he hasn't left just yet. Holds it from short. Starts to doubt himself a bit here, and that could be the thing that ruins it for him. Engine peeks wide, and there we go. Snax hits the deck with 10 seconds left. He wins the round out. Space Soldier's going to be in with their 6th. And it all came down to that little bit of doubt that Snax had. Did he cross? And under the belief that he did, starts to peek around, thinks maybe he's on the stairs, and he just wasn't. And that's why, you know, the metaphor there, the true meaning of Christmas is believe in yourself.
Believe in himself, Engine did, and he pulls out the 1v2 clutch. VP falls down to Eco. Now we're going to start to see Space Soldiers run wild over the B side again. Major looking for the entry, spots across towards the stairs, and he has a Molotov for the job. Double molly, in fact, there's no way he can survive that. Neo just gets burned. And Major will finish him off as well. They spot Bialy on the site, should be able to tap onto him. Comes in for support, it's Paz. 3 players left now for VP, already being diminished. Calyx drops himself into the drop now, and Snax will try and respond, but to no avail. It's looking completely flawless so far for Space Soldiers. Other than damage done, they seem to be doing well, and Taz and Pasha Biceps not in positions to stop them, already cordoned outside of the site. Space Soldiers on a roll to pick up their 7th.
Hoping to try and find some exits, do some sort of damage. That flash was perfect. Calyx beheads one in the corner. Pasha. The fall as well, the hat trick there. For Calyx. Space Soldier's going to go up 7-1, but the buy can come in from VP. It's going to be the AWP up for Pasha. Rifles for Neo, Snax, and Taz. Bialy on a UMP. Foregoing some firepower in favour of the extra utility.
Yeah, lack of armor could hurt Pasha, but at least he's got the AWP, the gun he's most dangerous with. Space Soldiers, a huge streak so far. This is, I think, the first time this series that we've actually seen them in such a lead, which is the craziest part. Again, smokes outside of B, bombs down towards A, so this is just a fake for Space Soldiers, but whether VP will fully rotate and believe it is the question. The player's starting to filter in. There's going to be one close, Neo, on the edge of the smoke, but he gets so much information from this. He can see them not dropping out to the site, so therefore he doesn't need to call for a rotation, and already Taz has moved his way back into A, as is Pasha. VP know exactly what's going on. All this information from Snax, and he gets 2 as well.
Calyx going to be there to trade. Now he stands alone, starts to rotate back around, going to go ahead and try to pull off now into the B-bomb site as Major's gained some ground out, one drop down, but then he's going to be relegated down to the fiery depths of hell by Neo. There's now Paz and Calyx, the 2 that remain. 4 Space Soldiers trying to deal damage. Spot man and the site. It's going to be 2 VP players stood alone here, Neo and Bialy, while Taz and Pasha begin their rotation in time, working against Space Soldiers here. And Pasha actually holding for any rotations back towards A. Space Soldiers have been bottlenecked in to the site. And they go ahead and boost on up. Calyx peeking over the tree. Spots the man on rock. Able to find the first. Goes in for more. Make it 2. As now we're into the 2-on-2. Suddenly made possible. As Calyx employs some heroics. He's only got 6 bullets left though. Bomb plant denied by Bialy, time working against them, and then he picks himself up number 2 as VP will be in with their 2nd round. It's 2s across the board. Still though, hasn't done much damage to the Space Soldiers' economy. When we look at it, Hugo, they still got plenty of cash. No what bought up, they instead implement 5 rifles into this setup, which to me suggests we might see something a little bit faster.
Yeah, they've been doing this time and time again, not really been pulling out the AWP, and that's fairly common for Space Soldiers and Cobble, especially on that T side. They like to just stick with the AKs. And again, you called it, fast we will see a Space Soldiers set up with 5 players outside of B, already jumping into the site through the smoke. It's Neo fully blind, and he gets overrun. Major opening things up. Pasha's still alone close. He's got no support. Paz, the second entry of the round. Taz attempts to come back in with a flashbang, but he only gets a 1-for-1. When they're already at a man disadvantage, that's not good enough. Bialy catches out the connector kill, but he is now alone, and the bomb is down for Space Soldiers.
Yeah, he effectively 1v2 last round, but this round it's too much to ask of him. Space Soldier's going to be into their 8th round now. That's the reset for VP. Not looking good, Hugo. Only 2 rounds to their name, and no money into this one means they will just have to grit their teeth and bear it. And go for the eco, and that's the 9th for Space Soldiers.
Well, I wouldn't say definitely just yet, with the amount of eco wins we've seen, specifically from VP as well. Nothing is ever confirmed. Space Soldiers outside of B, but this time they're holding more of a default. Engines on the A side of things, just holding on for aggression. Flash doesn't quite work out, actually blinds Major. So he can't get that entry. Neo playing close as well. Only a P250 to work with, but he has Bialy for support, the one armored player for the CT-sided team. And Pasha just pre-rotating down towards B. This is the kind of round you really just should stack a site. Just put 4 or 5 players on one bomb site. Yeah, you don't have any information on the other side of the map, but at least you can kind of contest with the rifles just due to having so much manpower. Good start from Bialy, but he will be traded. And that's the one hope here for VP. The one armored player already dead leaves the rest of them in shambles. Taz called on the rotation, and this is where VP just start to fall apart.
Trying to rotate back in towards a Neo. Gonna fall to Paz over on the B-bomb site. Here. Over on that long B, it's all going down between Snacks and Paz. And Paz now finds himself 20 HP. Stuck over at long, has reinforcements coming on round. In the form of Zentaras, no less. But this round going to go the way of Space Soldiers, will be their 9th. As we said, Zentara's going to be going to mop up Snacks, leaving it now on Pasha. Ooh, he's Spider-Man. Did he? He didn't see him. Walk past Spencer, the firing line just stands there for Engine, makes it easy. And that's Space Soldiers with a 9th.
Yeah, this is a Space Soldiers we like to see. Not that of Cash, or even Train to some extent. Bringing things back. A good early start to get them self-confident on this T side. VP again. Where have they gone? Pasha's not showing up, and even in kind of the maps that have been close or whatever, VP have always had Pasha at the top of the board doing work. Fast B just jumping out onto the site. It's going to be damaged, exchanged either way. A weapons drop. Neo can pick that one back up, and he can do some damage here. They don't realise he's wrapping back around the stairs. A Major gets sprayed down. Already these CTs doing work, and a boost potential as well as Neo sits close to the cubby with the support from Taz. Space Soldiers may just give up on this bomb site. They've got the bomb still in their favour, but a 2v3 favouring VP right now.
That's actually really smart there as well. Taz sneaks on in. Neo then rotates off, and then Taz lies in wait in the corner. The whole idea is that they hear the man run away from platforms. They believe it's going to be clear. They don't think there's anyone waiting in this cubby. They should have no idea that Taz is in this position, but you say it, Zentaras checks it. And now Neo left 1v2, lies in wait over in B, but the bomb already starting its rotation away. Out towards A. Neo going to get beheaded before the bomb even gets there. Zentaras steps up massively, a 3k from him in a round that was looking very dicey. Brought back comfortably into the hands of Space Soldiers. 10-2 now. As the buy comes in from VP.
It's weird, we always see these really one-sided halves. Every single map we've done it, it's either been in, well actually it's been in favour of VP every half up until this point. We've had 2 10-5s and a 13-2, and then this, which is already seeming to be at very least a 10-5, maybe even more for Space Soldiers' favour. Again, we have the double order play. VP throwing a spanner in the works. Both Snacks and Pasha picking that up, and we've got this close mid from Snacks. The issue is he's alone. So if they just burst in through that smoke, he's going to be overrun. Calls for a rotation. Taz will come in and join him. So VP have some defense on this A site now, but not a hell of a lot. Molotov's forcing them back into far more passive positions. Gives more control for Space Soldiers. That allows them to take more map. Snacks again just sprayed in through the smoke. It's Calyx to find the first entry. And now that leaves Taz, hook, line, and sinker stuck in towards middle. He's got nothing to play with. No support. The T's are coming in through the connector in the meantime, and he's going to be surrounded.
Continuing this aggression over towards A. Space Soldiers now actually starting to pull back. Paz fading away, and he has damage to the two players over at long, with the bomb already rotating away from A. Could get caught out here as Taz actually goes aggressive in through mid. They've spotted him out though, so this aggression could get punished, and Taz knows that. Retreats back, and actually they make the decision to split in towards the A bomb site. The two players haven't been allowed to rotate off. That's the presence from Taz. But no one suspects Major and Paz being in the backlines in this way. Neo gets beheaded as a result, and now Taz down in mid. Pasha rotating in from B. Not even beginning his rotation. Doesn't have the faith that Taz can do damage. The bomb plant comes in at 4 Space Soldiers. No kit, no bomb denial. Taz falling over at long. This round is over and done with. Space Soldiers onto an 11th now. And Pasha left with his back against the wall, looking to try and hold on to the AWP.
Should hear the footsteps. He knows he's a player close, and of course he doesn't miss those. But again, he's going to be hounded. They don't want him to save onto this AWP. They know what VP can do with that. So he wraps back round towards a drop down, playing mind games, but he's still going to be completely surrounded. Oh, he hits a no-scope anyway. But again, there's still 2 more players, and both of them are close. Calyx going to walk out onto the plateau. Pasha just avoids him. And I'd be very impressed if he actually managed to get away with this. Oh, that's unlucky. Zooms out at the wrong time. Calyx peeks him. The Space Soldiers still pick up the round regardless. It's not going to be any different. 11-2 here on the T side, and VP again forced into eco. Means 12 rounds is even more likely, especially with that saved AWP.
Neo will be buying up the Mag 7. Probably going to take that over towards Broken Wall. That's where VP tend to play this. Used to be drop down, but they have had a bit of a change of heart in recent times. Will be over towards drop down, as you say. Will be over towards Broken Wall. There you go. Correct place for it. He's looking a bit undecisive as to where to play the one at Mag 7. Now they do switch him out into drop. Pasha going to be holding Broken Wall. That nade finds some good damage early on. Bialy tagged. As well as Neo. Snacks is holding close here in middle. Engine's about to come walking into him. Snacks spots the man, but Engine finds the frag. The man of Fight is taken here. 4 Space Soldiers early on. VP with everyone inside of B. They've boosted up Neo with the Mag 7.
I think Calyx expects a flank though. He was watching the back, but as I say that, moves away. We'll see the head. So he knows Neo's here. Got to be careful. The shotgun's lethal. However, Calyx gets rid of him, and while Pasha will pick up Major over on B long, it's a small consolation. Space Soldiers have still found themselves deep inside of middle, under the A side control as well. Taz is the only man close, but he's not even going for this. Just sticking in the connector, allowing the round to go to the favour of Space Soldiers, and just trying to clear out this last player on B. As well as that, they've already dropped a gun down on plateau, so they'll try and secure that if they can. But Calyx is doing his very best to defend it, expecting the drop-down boost as well. They will be going for it just as he stops looking, but we do have Xantares in for support, so Space Soldiers still ready.
Yeah, and this is just because the best outcome here is that they hold on to a rifle. Any damage done just doesn't matter. Next round is the last round of the half. There's plenty of money for Space Soldiers anyway. Oh, Xantares is quick. And really, they were just hoping to get their hands on some rifles here. Take it into the next round. Ease the economic burden that buying up will put on them. But they don't manage to do so. It's going to be at 12 for Space Soldiers. Buy's going to come on in. Double ult set up in play. Pasha and Snacks, the 2 players with that. And, oh, Taz doesn't have any armor.
Hate to see it. Didn't even drop an AWP as well, I don't think.
He did drop an AWP.
Oh, he did. Oh. That doesn't make any sense. Either way, maybe they'll throw him the AWP, maybe he'll be the one to play with that. Obviously not known for his AWPing, but it's VP, so anyone can, and anyone will. Space Soldiers, again with the full rifles, yet to pick up a T-sided AWP if I'm correct, so if 8 broke, don't fix it. Been playing well enough. 12-2, definitely a strong half here for the Turkish. Need to drop down again. It's a dynamic duo, Harry. We talked about them in the pre-games, and Taras and Calyx ready to burst into the drop down. Utility set up. 1 player on defense. That's going to be Bialy. As soon as his smoke fades, he'll go for Molotov in. That will give them free roam over this area now as he's forced out into the E-box room. Zantara is expecting as well. Checks the corner and he gets it.
Ash tries to step on up, but he can't connect anything. Now the push comes out to long. Neo's fully flashed back and on the stairs. Oh, tries to make his last stand. One player's got on by, but Engine won't be so lucky. As he falls, Neo doubles down, tries to make it 3, but Zantara's Paz and Calyx, the firing squad, comes on in. Pops at the remaining B hold, and it's all left on to Snacks. 1v3 with an AWP in hand. We've seen heroics from this man on this map. 1v3. AWP making his way in, and Zantara finds the head, shuts him down. Space Soldiers going to go 13-2 in the first half. A fantastic way to head into map number 4. They want to try and take this to all 5 maps and win it out in a 3-2 fashion over VP. VP currently 2-1 up in the series. Looking like Space Soldiers could find their equalizer here in Cobblestone.
And a big equalizer at that, bringing it to Inferno. There's really good potential that Space Soldiers could make this entire reverse sweep. Obviously, they're not done on this map just yet. VP still have a fighting chance on the T side, assuming they pick up that pistol round. And they've clearly got a strategy up their sleeve. Lots of utility, a couple of smokes, a Molotov and a flashbang. It's going to be Major to make contact first, so up through long. Spots the first player, hears the footsteps in middle, and he'll start to call for rotation, surely. We already see 3 players shifting, and Paz getting aggressive on plateau. Try and fast rotate in through the flank. Major fully blind goes down, and VP have opened up the A-bomb site.
Hasn't been allowed to go down just yet. Rushing through that smoke. They're not ready for this. Pasha's in the back line doing damage, but Engine makes it look easy. Does manage to find him. 3v3 in the retake. No kit. Gonna get rid of Neo, who lied in wait down in middle. Down goes Snacks as well. And now Bialy's all that's left, and down beneath the balcony. Engine finishes him off, and that's the defuse to come on in. 14-2. The Pistoran made or broke this map, sorry, for VP. And ultimately, this one might have eluded them. 14-2. The force fight can come in next round. It can be a fairly decent one at that. Or alternatively, we're going to see them eco this and then play for the overtime. 13 rounds consecutively would be needed for that. So it's not looking likely. Force buy going to come on in. VP have been good in these forces. So let's see. They can pull it together.
Map 10 on Pasha, CZs on everyone else, and this is seen to be the optic gun for over the Tech 9 for pretty much every professional player right now. That's it's quite an interesting choice. Well, I expect it on CT, obviously. T-side, I'm so surprised that it's actually used more than the Tech 9, because that gun's still, while it's not as good as it previously was, I still feel like it's effective at range. That's something that people could start using it for, but I guess you typically use a Deagle for that kind of thing. Either way, aggression from the CT side, they want to close this out fast. It's Major, pushed up with an MP7 spraying away damage, and Zantara's will follow up as well, but he's tagged heavy. He needs to fall back. He can't afford to go down and give a rifle away to these Ts, especially not when they have armor to support it. Bialy now last alive though. It should be a clean round. Paz will make it so. Space Soldiers 15. One away from the win.
You know, this means Hugo. Last map, it was looking like Space Soldiers were going to be out. It was looking like there was a 3-0 potential for VP. They managed to forge a massive comeback on Mirage to carry it through to 2-1. And now on their map pick, Cobblestone, it's been a dominant one-sided performance throughout. 15-2, VP on a force fight in this round, and I don't fancy their odds. If Space Soldiers manage to do this, we will be heading through to Inferno, the last map of the EU section of tonight, to decide which one of these teams will be taking part in ECS next season. Will VP be keeping their spot, or will Space Soldiers be moving up? VP seem to be relegated from their 2nd major online league this year.
It's very possible. But again, we've still got one more map ahead of us, and this one's not even done, but it's getting very close to Calyx. It's Bialy in the drop down. His pistol falls to the floor. Space Soldiers, one by one, picking apart VP. We're left to 3. Make that 2 as Major finds Pasha. holding out for these T's. It's just going to be a bait play up on long. Engine just playing with his food as Neo attempts to move up. We have Taz pick up a kill in the meantime, but again, it's still favourable for Space Soldiers. We do have a kill coming for Neo, but there we go, 3 HP. This should be a done deal. Flash through, peeks with it, and Calyx will find the final kill. It's Space Soldiers, 16 rounds to 2. A bit of an underwhelming victory there.